Killing these Grey Wardens has cost us our country. Times beyond counting. Stand with me, and we shall defeat even the Blight itself.
We basically got the PC version to essentially lock down. The content's complete. We're good to go in terms of just squashing the last few bugs. And we're working on the console versions right now and making sure that the port goes really smoothly. And our big goal is to make sure that we don't lose any of the PC experience. Like, we don't want to dumb the game down or do anything completely different. So that means, obviously, the biggest hurdle is interface, right? How do you move something that's inherently, keyboard and mouse, and then make it, ready for sticks and buttons? To me, the gaming experience on your couch is very notably different from your PC, but at the same time, I don't see a reason you should have to sacrifice one for the other, because there are PC purists who just love it. And as something that we've kind of always talked about as like a spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate, we want to make sure the PC market knows that, yeah, this is for them as much as anyone else. I think what the game presents really is a challenge, and in that it's a very mature game. It's a game that goes to what you consider to be the classics of RPG, and turns some of those tropes on their head. Our elves are not like what you'd expect. Our sense of what's nobility like is a much more challenging, much more realistic. It's almost like the HBO of RPGs. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more on edge. Certainly, the goal is really compelling no matter what platform you're playing it on. It's a rich cinematic experience. It's certainly the progression, the big sweeping story, all of these things coupled with, essentially really fun combat, switching between party members, using your mage, circling your rogue around to backstab. And then we're trying our best to make sure that it's not that hard to kind of let someone go. So we have a full tactics system that lets you say, no, you're a defender, or if you're really hurt, I want you to go and drink potions and stuff. So you can take some of the micromanagement away. That makes it a little more console friendly. Because I think it's still a very young medium. You know what I mean? Like, we're out of the silent film era, I think, but we're really pushing into the space where we're not seeing the entire industry driven by, oh, better graphics, better graphics, better graphics, right? Because that certainly, look, we've improved, we have glisten maps, But if the industry hits a point where it's kind of plateauing, it's like, look, we've got a nice stable generation for a long time, the platform is known. Well, how do you improve that platform? Well, you make it more compelling. I think what we can do is say, here's the world that you expect with fantasy. Here's the elves you expect. Here's the dwarves you expect, right? They live underground. Sure, ours do too, but where are they different? And to me, that can be just as compelling as this is completely new, because the big thing you miss is, oh, and now we have to explain how all of this works. Like, if you see dwarves and they live underground, you've got 90% of it, and then what we can do is go, but check this out, and leave you going, huh, that's really cool. I didn't expect that. What is the feedback of the modern gamer and stuff like that? Are they still interested in a fantasy game? And I think they are. I think what they're interested in is a story that makes them think about it for months later. You know what I mean? Like, I still talk to people even here today about Mass Effect and how they're like, oh man, that one moment where X happened, I just can't forget that, right? And I think Dragon Age has many of those moments, which will just sit you back in your chair and leave you going, wow, man, that was pretty cool.
Just make it quick.